Hi, I'm Jamie. I'm the UK country leader for Ingersoll Rand's Power Tool division, and I'm here today to talk about Pico MES and the simplicity and ease of integrating ours and other smart talk tool devices. One of the biggest challenges our customers face here in the UK and around the world is the quick and easy integration of devices that they either have existing in their shop floor or devices that they're adding new to their facilities. In a world today where there's so much complexity with different systems and different devices, it makes it really hard for teams to understand what they need to add and how they need to do it. And I think Pico MES have really changed the way in how we do that with a simple, easy to work with device library that allows quick connection to both controllers and tools and allows you to deploy changes. Let's take a look at Pico MES and I'll show you how to add an Ingersoll Rand talk tool and get it working live in your production process. First of all, we're going to head to the devices screen of Pico MES. And here you can see I'm on the Hubs tab. In the Hubs tab, we're going to go to Add New Device up here in the top right. And we see already we have a full device library of ready deployed devices from Pico. If you don't see your device here, reach out to Pico. If it's commercially available, they'll integrate it for you. It takes away all the pain and gives you all the gain. Heading down into the device library, I'm heading to our Talk Controllers section here. And I'm going to grab an Ingersoll Rand Talk controller. One of the nice things about this environment is not only do I get to see the devices I can already connect to, but also I'm enabled to see insights around the manufacturer. I can get target or guide pricing for products, and I also have information for the manufacturer's contacts. So if I need more information or support from a particular manufacturer, I can head there and get that for me. Let's select this device, and here let's give this device a name. In a world where we have multiple devices, it's always great if we can get more traceability and more reporting in one environment. So with Pico's device library, all devices are click and add and really simple to follow prompts to get the information you need. Here we can add serial numbers and locations of our controllers, which makes this super easy to not just identify and gain traceability for hardware as well as processes, but also where we can identify our devices in our production environment. I'm going to configure two key fields. I'm going to give the tool IP address for my controller, and I'm going to set the Open Protocol port. Both of these settings are already configured on the Ingersoll Rand controller. Once I've added that device, we see immediately it's identified as healthy on the Pico infrastructure, and I'm shown and presented with the controller IP address. Now my controller is configured, I'm going to head to the Tools tab, I'm going to add a device, and let's add our QX series talk tool. Heading into the device library again, I'm going to select from our Tools library the Ingersoll QX tool. I'm going to give that a name. Pico, again, smart enough to assign a hub already defined with the same manufacturer. However, if I have multiple hubs already deployed, I can take and use the drop-down menu to select the options I have available. I can also choose to assign this tool to a station if I already know that information now, or I can do that later in the product build screens. I'm going to configure this and add it to my MDK station. And just like with our controllers, we can have tool part numbers and serial numbers for full traceability. Once my device is configured, you're going to see that I have all of the tool information stored. I'm currently getting an issue and a prompt. This tool can't run, it's not yet gone through change control. If I don't know where that is, I can head to the link of change control here, or knowing the system, I can head to change control and I can deploy this change. So let's commit and approve the change. Now my device is fully configured and deployed. That took me less than a few minutes to fully integrate the tool into my ecosystem. Now I can head to my products, I can head to the process and the process step that I'm going to run into. And now here you see I've already got part of my process configured. I've loaded in a product image and I've given myself some core operator prompts. I'm now going to head with a single action click and add in a talk device. I'm going to give this a header name. I'm going to identify how many screws I need to fasten, and I'm going to identify the job or the torque configuration I need to use, and I'm pulling that from the Ingersoll controller. I'm going to use pset1. I can assign the device, and just like in the device library, this system has already identified that I've allocated and assigned the demo pistol tool to the MDK station where this process sits. So it's automatically assigned that device for me. If it's not the right device, I can select from the drop-down or even head back to the new device library from this tab. So let's add that action. The final action for fastening, typically what we want to give the operator visual instructions of which fastener to tighten first. And we want to do that with visual indication. So here we can head to the three-dot menu, we can head to set torque targets, and now I get a dynamic torque icon for me to drop onto the fasteners in the sequence I want to fasten. You'll see they're now placed, and my tooltip for my mouse, I don't have any more targets. That's because Pico is dynamic. I've assigned 2 fasteners to the process, so I'm given 2 torque targets. This ensures that I don't create errors in my own work instruction as I build them out. I'm going to head to Save, and finally, this was also a change. I'm going to head to Change Control. Let's commit the change and approve it, and then we can head to the build screen and see this in action. In the build screens, I'm going to dive in and launch my build process, and I'm going to start the build. Immediately you see the torque icon is now dynamically flashing, indicating to me as the operator which is the bolt or the screw I need to fasten first. So I'm going to head to my test joint and I'm going to fasten the screw down. Immediately I get a dynamic report. I have a green pass indicator on the fastener. It's showing me as the operator the next fastener in the sequence. And over here you see that I've pulled through live dynamic data from the torque controller, both the torque and the angle result. And if I don't have a smart tool and I was using a non-intelligent tool, I can define those limits for an operator to interact with to determine pass or fail status. Let's finish the process. For more information on torque tool integration or more actions like fails and how to call operators or supervisors in for support, reach out to me, Jamie, at Ingersoll Rand or Pico MES. Thanks for watching.